this video, and hopefully this will be a whole series. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I have officially started my summer about a week ago, and I am doing the same thing that I do every summer, which starts with decluttering my crafts and all of the stuff that I have. You probably have already seen some videos of what the stuff that I have looks like. There's a lot of downsizing as far as projects and as far as just stuff in general. So my goal is to clean as much as I can, declare as much as I can, and finish some of the projects that have been just neglected. So hopefully we can get that. For the past week, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to make sure that I have what I need, that I organize things in categories. For the most part, you guys have seen me do things with paper. So my junk journals, my reading journals, kind of like making cards and things like that. But I've also done like mini albums in the past. So things like that. But I've also have been collecting things like um, coloring books. Came to the realization that doing all of that stuff in one summer is not possible. It's just not going to get done. So I am hoping that with this video, and hopefully this will be a whole series, I am going to just tackle one thing at a time, and that's probably one of the biggest problems. So I'm thinking I have the whole summer. I have a lot of time. I can dedicate all my time to the things that I love to do and the projects that I have been neglecting all this time. And then um, I don't really focus the time, or it's not really that I'm focusing the time, but I'm not really organized in the way that I should be organized. I don't really plan my time right the way that it's supposed to be in order to get the most use of my time. I want this summer to be a little bit different, and I'm kind of doing this to be held accountable and to also see that there is progress. I have been doing a lot of these things on my just my regular journal that I use almost every day. And it's instead of focusing on a to-do list, I focus on a done list, things that got done throughout the day. That is something also that I did that I um, focused on when I was teaching. You know, what are the things that did get done? Let's focus on that instead of all the things that I didn't get done. In that way, I kind of forced my brain to look on the bright side. You know, the things that needed to get done were done, and also kind of have a feeling of accomplishment, which is something that I need in order to keep motivated. So since I noticed that is working, if I have a list of things that, like, and I don't necessarily do this every day, but I have noticed that when I go back and reflect on the things that I did get done, I tend to stay motivated. So that is going to be the way that I tackle this summer. And hopefully by the end of it, I first of all have a nicer looking area organized and easy to go through in case I do have a project while I'm working. I'm able to access it, you know, and I'm able to do things even when I'm working instead of leaving it all to, whenever I get a break. Downsizing, because I do have a lot of stuff. Realistically, I do have a lot and it needs to cut down. I need to go down on it. And then again, I continue to be motivated to continue to do the things that I like. So, with all that in mind, the plan is, and kind of like I have a certain amount of rules. Now, am I going to be strict on my rules? That depends on the day. So, the plan and the rules are I will be choosing a hobby for the day, and I will be focusing on that hobby for that day. The plan is also to give me days where I could just not do anything and it's okay. So the goal is to have 5 days a week, 5 days where I can do a hobby, focus on that hobby, and do nothing else and see what I accomplish at the end of the day. Um, Also, I have to dedicate at least 1 full hour uninterrupted 1 hour at least. If I decide, okay, I need more time, or I'm enjoying myself so much that I'm going to continue, that's fine. If I say, okay, you know what, this is not something that it brings me any joy, I decided that this is not something that I would like to do anymore after the hour, then I will decide what to do with it. I am going to randomize the options I have. So far, I only have 6 of the things, but I'm assuming as I'm decluttering a lot more, I will find little projects here and there that maybe I bought, I started, or, they're just laying around. One of them is this. I did, an, I finished a book nook, and there's videos on the finished thing already, and I found this one. It's like it's an apothecary. It is like Halloween themed, and I bought it like after Halloween when everything went on clearance. I have 6 things. One thing that I will say, I have a long reading list that I would like to get done this summer. So reading could be either its own thing where I dedicate that day just to read all of my free time, and again, at least 1 hour of interrupted time will be dedicated for reading, or if I could integrate reading to other things. So if I'm going to be doing something like this, I could be listening to my audiobook while I'm doing that. So things like that. But for one, I have reading. Like again, it could be just that that's the one thing that I'm doing for the entire day. Number 2, I have coloring books. Number 3, and I have a ton of coloring books, and I have a ton of coloring stuff right behind me that I would like to get done, that I would like to use. So number 3, I have junk journals. You guys have seen some of my junk journals already. My reading journal. I really like to keep up with my reading journal because again, reading is my main hobby. Then I have mini albums. I have 2 mini albums that I would like to get done, hopefully by the end of June. And then I have a crochet project. It's been years since I've touched that. So I have to reteach myself. Go back and find the video because I followed a tutorial. I'm not an expert on crochet at all. I've done little tiny projects or things that it's repetitive. So I learned how to do one stitch, or what do you call it? I think it's a stitch, and then I just have to follow it along for a long period of time. So that's what that's what I have. So as I'm cleaning, I will be, or in decluttering my craft area, I will be showing you other things that I am hoping to do. And the way that I will pick what item or what craft I'm going to be doing that day is I'm just going to be using some dice. Um, I think I'll be using a digital die to just pick one, and we'll go by the list that I already have. And then if I have more, then I will add more to that list. I think just having 6 for now is more than enough. So hopefully this will give me that motivation that I need. This will give me just the sense of completing unfinished things that I have. Hopefully this will work, and hopefully you'll come along and keep me accountable maybe. And then we'll see. Maybe by the end of the summer I'll think like, oh, this was a horrible idea because I can't follow a plan to save my life, or this was the best thing that I've done my whole life. So we'll see. There's a lot of projects, there's a lot of things that I would like to do. I also plan on probably going live. But yeah, if you have any questions or any tips, if you've done something like this, send them my way, please. Yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully this will work out for the best.